So one of the challenges for people that are students is that it doesn't force you to have to make a decision. That makes sense?
Yeah.
It can kind of be a holding pattern for a little while. And what you're experiencing right now is you're realizing that this is your life and that you're not in a holding pattern anymore. And that you've got to decide who is Emily and what does she mean and what was her purpose. When I was 21 years old, I went through 8 jobs and 8 apartments in 2 years sampling the buffet. And I had some pretty cool jobs. At 21 years old, I managed the #1 nightclub in San Diego. And my job was literally to walk up and down the line of people attempting to get into the club, find the prettiest girls in the line, bring them into the club, give them free drinks and free food all night long, just so the club would be filled up with beautiful girls. As weird as it is, I didn't like it. And why I didn't like it is I got really tired of dealing with drunks. And so I moved on to the next job. My next job was up in LA, and my job was to drive around in a radio station van and give away free money to people that had bumper stickers of the radio station. Another great way to win friends and influence people. Ultimately, I just grew weary of it because it wasn't about me, it was about the radio station. So I went through those 8 jobs, 8 apartments. I sampled being a hypnotist. I went to a seminar. The speaker was teaching people how they could become hypnotists themselves. And I said, you know what? I'm going to take a shot at this. It was a 5-day course, 10 hours a day. And within an hour and a half of the first day of class, I knew that I had found myself. So your challenge right now is you haven't found yourself. And the way you're going to find yourself is to keep doing what I just told you to do. You said, I like to make things. I like arts and crafts. I like helping people, all the above. Now, the next question is, the things that I love, how could I monetize them? What would I do to be able to monetize these things? You know, sometimes people say, well, you can't make $1 million on arts and crafts. And I say, oh, yes, you can. It just depends on how many people buy them. You know, I remember my youth, and you don't remember this. In my youth, there was a guy that came up with an idea of putting little sticky eyeballs in a little patch of fur on a rock, and he sold those rocks as pet rocks and became a billionaire. That's with a B, a billionaire selling pet rocks. There was another guy who had this idea to sell these rings with this stone in them that changed color with the temperature of your body. And he sold these mood rings and became a billionaire. So the first thing for you to do, figure out what you love, just like I was talking about on Gamify your business. Secondly, figure out how to monetize. You just say, okay, if I did this, this is how I would monetize this. And then finally, take all those strategies I just gave you inside of the gamification, apply those strategies, and that's how you're going to figure out what it is that you want to do.